Hey everyone, it's Vanessa, psychotherapist, GLP-1 user, mom, grandmom, and dog grandmom. Coming in, I have attempted to do this video several times, so I'm hoping that I can get this done so that I can get it out. I'm kind of losing my voice here. So I wanted to come in and I'm looking over at my notes just so that I have everything organized. I wanted to update you all on my 6-week experience on this experimental journey with Zepbound, which has recently changed to compound Tirzepatide. So I have been watching your channels and getting you all's advice on what route to take in terms of switching over from Zepbound to Tirzepatide. I found several platforms. Right now I have about 3 that I decided to try out. The first is going to be Mochi Health. I have watched so many videos and this is probably one of the #1 recommended platforms that I am finding. I will come in and do my experience with Mochi Health. I decided to switch over last week from Zepbound to compounded Tirzepatide for cost-effective reasons. So it would be too expensive for me to continue on with Zepbound. However, that was a tough decision for me because I am one who believes that you get what you pay for. And it is my hope, based on the stories that I've been watching here on YouTube in the community, that compounded Tirzepatide will be just as effective for me. So I was prescribed 2.5 milligrams of compounded Tirzepatide, even though I asked for an increase, which would have taken me up to 5, so that I would be able to titrate up slowly. In this experiment on myself, I do not want to go above 5 milligrams, but what I planned to do was stay on the 2.5 milligrams and then start to titrate up from 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, and 5. So right now I've decided to titrate up to 3 milligrams. So that's where I'm at. So this week I decided to go with the 3 milligrams as well. So what I decided to do was take the remaining vials that I have for Zepbound and put them to the side because of the expiration date. So those vials will expire in 2027, whereas the compounded Tirzepatide, which I did not know, this is why information is fundamental and key. So my hope was to get a couple of vials and try out several different platforms, which is what I did. So I'm going to figure that out. This is an experiment, so I'll be experimenting along the way, gathering more information and data and deciding what I want to do in the long term. However, for now, starting on my first week, yesterday, Friday, was shot day. So that was the first injection of compounded Tirzepatide. And so I'm at 3 milligrams and I have my notes over here so I don't forget anything. So my symptoms for last week was pretty similar to the week before. Week 5 was similar to week 4. I had mild heartburn. The low blood pressure issue that I was having has resolved itself. I haven't had that this week that I experienced the low blood pressure. And that could be because I increased my sodium intake. So I was at 15 to 1600 grams of sodium per day. And that's just recommended based on my research for high blood pressure. However, I don't have an official diagnosis of high blood pressure. This was just something that I experienced when perimenopause came into effect for me, and then also shifting into menopause and now postmenopause. I have had elevated blood pressure. I do believe that it's also weight related, because as I'm coming down in weight, I am noticing that my blood pressure is leveling out even more. And that was the case before I started the GLP-1 medication. So I'm keeping my eye on that and documenting that, and we'll see what that looks like over the next week, as this is my second week on 3 milligrams of Tirzepatide. See, so do I believe that the GLP-1 is helping with my blood pressure? That could be a possibility. I'm not 100% sure because, like I said, before I started the GLP-1, my blood pressure was stabilized, so it was leveling out, so it was pretty good. And then the low blood pressure started to hit, and I don't know if that was the medication trying to correct it. It's a possibility. I won't rule it out. The constipation is easing. I noticed, especially the last 3 days this past week, that I was able to go with the flow a little bit more easily. And then mild gas and burping, that's still a thing for me. The appetite suppressant was still good. Food noise was minimum. I really noticed it yesterday. The day before and the day of my shot is when I am starting to experience that food noise a little bit more. And then let's say for weight loss, I lost 1 pound this week, so it's still a loss. That's good. Slow and steady wins the race. So for me, I am okay with that. 1 pound is a stick of butter, so I'm so okay with that. The next thing, I noticed that I did gain more muscle, which is great. I've been lifting heavier this week, so I am ecstatic about that, because as a woman of my age, muscle is very important during this time, whereas I have to protect my bones a lot more, falling, anything like that, because I am active. And so if I fall, for me, I skate. And so, unfortunately, I'm an advanced skater, but for those who aren't, we get tripped up and fall. I recently had an accident, and it was, not intentional, but it landed me in urgent care, right? So I had to go in. I thought I had a fractured arm, but it wasn't. It just goes to show you don't know when you're going to fall. So my exercise, as I'm talking about that, so weight training 3 days out of the week, and keeping it at the Monday, Wednesday, and Friday point, and then still 45 minutes to an hour. My aerobics has not changed much. I've kept it at between the 30-minute and 45-minute mark. Usually I'm up at the 45-minute mark, and I'm content with that. I recently started running at some points in my walk. I don't plan on jogging like I used to. These bones can't handle that. But I will get a little run, a little kickstart jog in there somewhere. And like I said, skating, and then also walking the dog. So that's my exercise. And let's see, my sleep, I was a little off this week, but it could be because I went to sleep a little bit later than I usually do. So I'm an auntie. I need to go to bed early. I mean, I'll be in the bed by 8:30, and I might be asleep by 9:30, okay? And I am good with that. But it is getting darker earlier, and so I'm a little bit tired earlier, but I'll force myself to stay up so that I can sleep through the night. However, I found myself getting up, going to the bathroom several times, and it could be because I'm still drinking my water. However, over the past week, I have been getting my water in later, and it's been causing me to have to wake up and go to the bathroom. So that being said, that's connected to another possible symptom in which I was tired, but again, that could be the sleep. Also, so moving on to calories, I am maintaining that between 1,600 and 1,700 calories per day, except on Sunday, which is 1,500 calories because I do not work out. So I work out Monday through Saturday, and Sunday is my rest day. And that seems to be working for me. I will adjust as I need to if I notice that my weight loss is slowing. If I notice any weight gain, then I will adjust. But for now, I'm maintaining everything that I've started and have been doing since day one of this experiment. And my water intake, I go back to that. I'm still maintaining the gallon a day routine. So that's mainly it. I just wanted to come in and give you all my update, and also measurements. My measurements, I lost about 2 inches off of my waist. So I may have lost 1 pound, but I lost 2 inches off of my waist. So this is working, and I want to continue to see the results. So I'm hoping that I did not do myself a disservice by opting out of Zepbound because of the cost and going over to compounded Tirzepatide. But if that is the case, I will have no issue with going back to what works for me. So it's my hope that one of these platforms will be the one that I can stick with and be successful on this journey. So I look forward to reporting in next week on how things go. I thank you so much for watching my videos and joining me on this journey and this experiment. It means so much to me. I always say if I reach one person, I am grateful to have done that. So for those of you who subscribed, thank you so much. And I was trying to find your channel so that I can go and subscribe to you. So I don't know. If you want to share your channel, drop it in the comment area, and then I will subscribe to your channel, okay? I want to support as many of you as possible, as each one teach one. We are a community here, and it is all about inspiration and support and upliftment and encouragement. So I wish all of you much success on your journey. And again, I thank you so much for watching my journey, and I'll see you soon. All right, bye.